السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah wa sallallahu ala nabi al-ummi. Today, inshallah, we will continue on a very important topic that would be what kind of personality did Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam have? Was it of sadness or was it of joy? So it's a very, very crucial topic. So inshallah, let's give it 100% attention. So because Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was given the responsibility of taking the message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and delivering it to mankind, believers and disbelievers, so that was a very big responsibility, and that itself would weigh someone down and affect them because they are answerable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam knew that he had to answer Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for how he propagated and relayed the message. So at crucial points, he would look up to the sky and say, Allahumma ashhad, oh Allah, please be my witness. Aw kama qal. He would say, be my witness, I'm doing my job, I'm trying my best to share the message that you have given me. So bringing people to Iman and then guiding them within Islam and making sure the social environment in the Muslim community is fine and pure, that was his responsibility. And likewise, the challenges and the relationship between Islam and other religions and other communities, he had to be cognizant of that also. So in fact, he had to be a judge for cases of people who were adherent to other religions. So at times Jewish community would come to him and he would have to judge on behalf of them even. So that's a lot of responsibility. So that was his outward responsibility, and likewise he had his personal struggles, whether it was sicknesses, whether it was poverty, whether it was the death of loved ones, all that. We know his life from childhood. So his personal struggles were enough to take away the smiles from his blessed face. But he never let that happen. And there's a hadith that states من لم يهتم بأمرنا فليس منا أو كما قاله النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Whoever is not concerned with our matter, meaning our deen, then فليس منا, he's not of us. Meaning, if you're not concerned about the Muslim community, the nation, at all, then who are you basically? Like, you're not part of the ummah, because the ummah has so much challenges and you have nothing to do with it. You are on your own path. All you are basically concerned about is your job, your work, your family, and nothing else touches you. Then that's very selfish. You're not part of a community, because community has some type of a spiritual unity, and you're not part of that unity. You don't care about what's happening in the ummah. So definitely something is wrong there. So despite of all these responsibilities that he had to carry, which were going to affect him, and they're supposed to affect him because they're a big responsibility, but despite of all this, he smiled and he enjoyed his life to the best of his ability. We know about his smiles. He would, every time somebody would meet him, he had this very beautiful smile, and the Sahaba were so amazed by his smiles. And sometimes Sahabi would be thinking, I think I'm the best in the community of the Sahaba because he gives me so much love. So just imagine what kind of love it was. It was the kind of love that spoils you to the extent that you think you might be number one in the ummah. Number one in the ummah. Imagine what kind of love that was. And number two, he enjoyed his life. We know incidents of him racing with Mother Aisha, and once she won, and then he competed with her one more time, and that time he won, and then he said something to the fact, tilka bitilka, I got you for that one, or this one in the place of that one, meaning we're tied now. So, and we know many incidents of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam joking. So from there we learn that if you are a religious person and you have a lot of responsibilities, then they can definitely show on you, because you're carrying a big burden, a big responsibility. But that doesn't mean a person should not be a happy person by nature and learn to smile and enjoy the blessings. But that's not to say that the person is constantly looking for something funny and something to laugh at. With today's social media, you might be getting a silly video every morning of some meme or something funny or something goofy. So we shouldn't be expected to just laugh every morning despite of what's happening around us, around the world. We're just going to be sending funny videos every morning to each other just to get a laugh. Like, that wouldn't be so ideal. If something funny happens, you can laugh. But to constantly look for something funny to send to someone through social media to get them laughing on a very common, like very often based, that wouldn't sound so ideal, because there's important things happening around us, and many times we are ignoring things that need to be considered. So considering all that, a person should be smiling and a happy person, but likewise take his religious responsibility very seriously. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على النبي الأمي.